Hello, how are you all? It is Monday afternoon, the weirdest time to go live. But we're going to finish our cute little reindeer that we worked on last night. He's so cute. I got a lot of messages about how cute he was. And he is definitely cute. So, say hello when you hop on. So I know you're here. So I know I'm not all by myself on a Monday afternoon. Okay, there we go. Got it pulled up over here, and now I can see people coming on. So how are y'all? Oops. This is, like I said, a fun project. So this is, whoops, let's flip it. Let's flip it. I think I'm ready, and then I always forget something. Okay. So that is how he turned out, which he's so cute. Oh, Renee, don't get in trouble. But anyway, that is with his holly and his nose all dry finally. So super, super cute. I think that is going to be fun to do. And I cannot wait to do him on a muslin bag. I think that's going to be cute. And if you didn't get your Reindeer Stencil project sheet off of Linktree, be sure to grab that, because that is really helpful with all the things. So he is so cutie. Thank you, Stacy. So we're going to add some holly today, and we're also going to paint some medium holly. And I did, hi Dusty, I did, those sold out really quick, that medium size that I used on him. So Mark got home a little bit ago, and he did cut some more. So there are more of those available on my website. And I have a bunch of those that you ordered last night almost ready to go out today. So anyway, his holly makes him kind of cute, but you don't have to put it on there if you don't want. My hair is, I have a hair appointment tomorrow. It's like kind of long. I look up and I'm like, so anyway. I went to bed at 3 this morning and got the bulk. If you saw my stories, I got like all of the Christmas and July orders like on the website out. So you should have got tracking on them. Whew, that was a lot. It was a lot. Okay, so I am going to use this on this border stencil. I'm going to use this holly. So that is just a fun thing to put up the side. And then I'm going to add the holly by his antlers. Oh my word, Kathy. I'm so sorry. I hope your surgery goes good. So what I kept thinking, do I want just like holly up it, or do I want to add something? So I decided to add a little, would you call that a farmhouse stripe? I don't know. I'm trying to think what that used to be called, but that's that plaiting stencil we use. So you can use it just straight down, and then to make it plaid, you just turn it that way and then use it down, you know. So that would make a plaid pattern. But I'm just going to use it up and down. So I had not done that before. So I thought that that might be fun, and then lay the holly. Well, I better see if what I think is a good idea is a good idea. I thought I would lay the holly kind of on top of that, and thought it might look cute. I don't know. It might not. So, but we'll try. We'll give it a whirl and see. So, let me see. I can pull you down more. You can see all my clutter I have laying on here. Oh, that's my note. I need to ship that. So I've got a couple more orders, and then some, all the prizes to get out. So making progress. So feeling a little more hopeful today. All right, so I'm going to flip this over and use this side again. So there's different, you know, it has different variations on there. So I'm going to use the one right in the middle. If you can see me good. Can you see me good? Maybe. Hang on while I do this. It's always so hard without, like, you know, Being totally showing you the ceiling and everything else. Okay. We kind of hang a lot more loose in the afternoons here. So I'm just going to hold that down, and I already have a stencil brush out. Because right before I went live, I thought, I was thinking about it, and I thought, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try that. So that's what I did, and I don't know if it'll look good, but I thought maybe that it might add a little bit of variation instead of just a highlight. I thought about plaiting it. I was just going to plait it. Matter of fact, I grabbed the brush to do that, and then I thought, well, I don't know if that will be too busy, so then, I don't know. So then I'm like, oh, what about just like a farmhouse stripe, I guess, is what I was more thinking of it as. So I'll have to move it down here a bit, but it's just kind of a scratchy little, a wispy little line there. So then I'm just going to move it down. I probably should put on glasses. I've already taken my contacts out once today to clean them because they're new. They just keep fogging up on me. So then that just puts a fast little stripe down it. So now we're going to overlay the holly and see what we get with that. So I'm going to put this brush back in my baby wipe so it doesn't get all yucky. Let me get a brush over here. So I'm going to do the holly in Hauser Light Green. That's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to put my brush in there and then really work it off. And we'll see how that looks. It might look, I don't know. We'll see. I could even turn it. I think it would be cute to turn it every so often, but, well, actually, they're turned. I just now noticed that some of them are turned a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of ride that right down that middle stripe is how I'm kind of lining that up. And hopefully it's lined up. And we'll see what we get. Then we'll dot the berries. I just thought it would look cute. So we shall see, huh? I thought the berries down, or the holly down the side might look good since he has a little holly on the front, on his ear, or at the base of his antler. So, if you saw my stories, I talked about this earlier, but not everyone watches my stories or knows to watch them. But when I was walking Hank, Walk Talk with Miss update, I told you that I've been sending out refunds for postage overage, just like where it was funny about it. I don't know why it did that, but on a lot of people it charged too much, and then others it didn't charge it. Like, it was really weird. That stupid, well, I shouldn't say it's stupid. That Ground Advantage, when all that switched, it's just different. And I keep saying I just need to pay an expert to go in and fix it, which will be horribly expensive. But I do need to do that because it's just different from when I originally put it in. Let's make sure we're right on. I was just making sure. I thought I better make sure, and then I blop it over. Luckily, it didn't go in my paint. I wouldn't have been surprised. Let's put on some glasses and put some light on the subject here. Well, not light. Let's put some focus on the subject. I have to line it back up because I got it off. Okay. So, I have to go over it a couple times just because it's, lighter. I'm not worried about those little dots because even if we do pick up some paint in them, I'm just going to dot them with the red, so it'll be fine. And I won't do both sides. I won't make you sit here and watch me do that, but I do want to see what one side will look like. Okay, so there's our holly so far. So now, of course, we'll have to go in and I'm just taking off some green where it came through on the dots, which doesn't really matter, but I thought, what if I might not dot there. Flip brush. So I'm just going to take my little angle brush and get in my dark houser. Well, actually it's medium houser. I bought some dark, and I still like to mix black with regular better. I don't know why. But, I don't know why I put that separate. I should have just put the black right in the green. But I didn't. Okay, so there's me some little bit darker. All right, let's make this holly. Let's make it look a little more lively. So down the right hand side, I'm just, I don't know if you can see me very good. I should have probably pointed the camera down. I mean, it does not have to be anything precise. I'm just kind of, just really quick, just go down the one side. So I'm going down it and then kind of going, actually, like, that was too much. Back over it. Because I want it to be dark on that side. And then we'll throw some white in on the other side. And I think they'll look really cute. This is an awkward way to try to paint. Okay, now I'm just going back up and hitting them. I'll put it down now so I can do it more effectively. But you're just basically just taking it up on that tip and going down through there. And when we add the white in the middle, and then we'll use our little pen to make just kind of a line up the center. And then you can go back up, go back down, and kind of come out a little bit and darken them. Darken it a little more if you want. So now let's go on to the left side and just go down through there and hit some with the white, which that'll kind of dry a little bit more transparent once it dry. And like, I'm not doing it neat at all. It's kind of, I mean, I'm not being like super precise, but when it dries, it does make a difference. Just that little bit that you're doing. And white, it always feels like when it dries, you have to kind of go back, touch up a little bit. And of course, if you don't want to add this extra detail, just skip it. You can just do the lines or plait it or polka dot it. I think polka dots would be cute on this too, because he's kind of whimsical, fun in a way looking. So you could definitely do that. So that's what my holly looks like so far. So let's do this, and then I'm going to get a micron pen that's small. I just want to make sure that's dry so it doesn't ruin my pen. So you can, we're just going to go right down, just vein it. That one probably is too small. That's a 0.3. Let me get a little bit bigger. So we're just going to put, like, if you can see what I'm doing, I'm just putting a line, just kind of like that holly vein. It wasn't, I started out with the little one. It was too little. So just kind of, just little squiggles here and there. Now, if you want to be really ambitious, you can take, like, you could take that and just go quickly around the edges to define it. But, you know, you might not want to take the time to do that. It doesn't take that long. I like the way it looks, but as you can tell, I'm just zipping really quick. And this is that little 003. Okay, and then we'll just dot the berries. But it looks kind of neat. So let's get some red. Kind of looks, I like the what's I gonna say? Oh, the stripe behind it. Sorry. Okay, so now I'm going to take my dotting tool and I'm just going to dot. Of course, I just put fresh out too. So you can follow where they dotted or where they have it on the stencil, or you can, you know, do your own thing. So they just kind of have them randomly down there. And if you want yours like theirs, you can make sure you hit those dots. But if you just want to do your own thing, then don't worry about it. And just dot wherever you want. Which is kind of fun. Just to put them wherever you want. But that really adds a pop, doesn't it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was trying to see how they did that. So I used 3 dots right there. Okay. Do one over here. Sorry. Ooh, it's really pretty. I like the stripe behind it. I never know what I'm doing half the time. Like that was so... I mean, I had no intentions of doing that when I sat down, and then that stencil was laying there, and I thought about plaiting it, and then just like, here I go. But I do like it. What do you think? Do you like it? Let's put a dot right there. So when those dry, that'll be pretty, won't it? It's really pretty. That dotting tool is the best, Monica. So I'm going to dry this just a little bit, just so I don't run my hand through it, because you know I would. So the holly that's on the front, I think will look really, see how it's on his ear, that will end up looking really good down the back of that. I mean, match down the side of it. So I like the stripe too. I like it a lot. I wish you could see it in person. I always feel like it's not as good on camera, but it is really pretty. I think that border stencil is a little more expensive, but I'm going to use the daylights out of it. So there's so many things that it's great for. So, but sometimes, you know, it's just those little details that make it look really cute. So I like it. So I won't do the other side and make you watch that, but that's how we finished that off. So I did want to show you how to do the holly, or not how to do it, but how that would look. And I just think it looks really cute. So, and this stencil is not expensive at all. And I am finding that we used it on the mitten, but I'm finding that that is really handy. So if you wanted to use it on a larger surface, you know, you would just lay it down, do that clear down, and then just turn it, and then go back across that way, and then you have a plaid. So it does kind of remind you of wrapping paper. So, but it's really pretty. Now when those dry, I'll go back and put a little white on each one of those berries, just really quick, a little dot, but very pretty. You can see it up close. All right, so I haven't finished the snowflakes on there either, but I will definitely get that done. And again, just like when that was laying there, just that stripe down the side looks really, really cute. Like, you can totally just do that and do the farmhouse stripe. I wonder what that would look like in red, even. I don't know. That'd be cute. Yeah, his nose is so nice and shiny. So, so then these little medium hollies are just perfect for, I mean, I think they're going to be good for so many different projects, but, as far as that goes, it's just painting those, like we usually do. So I just, oh, well, that's a sponge from last night, and I cannot find my scissors while they're there. So a lot of times I do this when, like, so I use that part of the sponge, and then I'll just, you can use that part again. Sometimes I just throw my whole palette away, but sometimes when I come back in, if I still have my stuff laying here, I mean, I definitely reuse parts that haven't been used. But those hollies are super easy to paint, so I just do it the same way as we did the ones down the side. I use you can use Hauser Light or Hauser Medium, depending on how you really, I mean, you might like your holly a lot darker, or you might like a bright holly, like a bright green, but that's how I do mine. And so it's the same way, and then I just do it down the sides, highlight it, shade it down the sides on one side, and highlight down the other. So I've got a bunch of paint on that. I have no idea why. I just put it in there and just went to town. So, but anyway, I don't know. Donna, you can watch the video from last night. I showed you how to do it, but I just painted his nose Tuscan red, and then we used the glossy accents on it. And all that is on this sheet, and it's on my link tree. So, you can print that off or just view it online, you know, however you want to do it. But anyway, that should help you on that. So I don't think I put this stencil on there. I don't think I did. So I was going to maybe add it, if I can. Because I don't think I put it on there, on that sheet, because I had no idea I was going to use it. But that is the link for it. I just put it on there. So if you want to check that out. But it's the 5.5 size. So 5.5, the smallest one, I believe. But I think with your discount, it would only be like, I don't know, $8 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. So after you paint that, just the same, you're just doing the same thing. Just going down the side. So I was going to say it's much easier on this just because it's a little bit bigger, but it wasn't hard on that. I mean, you can see it didn't take wrong side. You can see, you know that it didn't really take me that long, and that was a good mini holly. You know, you could just go right down through there and do that. Okay. Do I have any more questions? Let's see. Yeah, Tracy just put in there that anytime, you know, they have sales a lot, but anytime you want to order, you can use my discount code, like anytime, and get 15% off. So it's Being Creative with Miss, all one word. Just put it in as all one word, and you will always get 15% off. So I have an order coming today that's fall stuff, which I can't wait to play with and see what we can do with fall. So it's always so fun. Let's see. There's my liner. I love these little holly leaves. We used the littler ones last year and used them quite a bit. They're just so fun. I love to embellish stuff. I say that over and over, but it is really fun to do that. So you can also, just depending on how many how much you want to do, but I do usually dry brush my holly leaves a little bit. I think it looks pretty when they're dry brushed. It just kind of comes down over that green. And I just think it looks nice. It softens them and makes them look snazzy. All right, and then you can just go along the edges of that as well. I just kind of use that pen and just kind of go around the edges, and then we'll add it and see what I definitely need glasses on. I missed that. I missed that whole thing. I didn't even get it right to the edge. Oh, geez. Okay, so then I just dot this. I just try to pick up a good bit of paint. And dot away. Then when this dries, I can go in and separate, like you can see how I did it on this one. Like, look up close at the holly. Like, I even took a little bit of the marker and put a few swipes around the holly. But let's see the sides again, and then I think with that holly on there, that looks really cute. Like, it blends it all together really, really cute. So I'm tickled with it. So good. So also on the back, I'll do this on the back, and then I'll make his bow. We'll put the Run Run Rudolph on the back and put some snowflakes, just like I did the other one. And then I'll make a bow for the top and spatter it. But he's as cute as he can be. So this makes me want to use that farmhouse stripe with some other stuff too. But I really, really like that. I think it's really pretty. So, all right. Do we have any questions that I missed? So, I was going to go ahead and spatter him with you and do the rest of the snowflakes. But then, I mean, I can work on snowflakes, but I don't want to spatter until I get the other side done. So I can finish the holly on that. I don't even know if I have enough paint in here. So I'll definitely get that done. It's so fun. I just love, I love doing stuff like that, messing with details and just making it look really, really pretty. So I just need to go and finish all that. So I'm going to use these snowflake stencils, which are so cute. They have such good little snowflakes on them. I am tickled to death about these snowflakes, and I will also use these. What's the old, just like, what was the saying we used to say, like, you're to the max, like, oh, use it to the max. So, anyway, I think I'm going to put this one, that reminds me of a jack. I'm going to put it right there. But he starts filling in and looking much better. Much, much better. I probably put my hand in, I can't believe it. I thought, once I started doing that, I'm like, I probably just stuck my hand in a berry, but they're good. This one has like those little tiny diamond shapes on it, and this one are a little bit bigger, but I think, I call it a diamond. It's almost like a little sparkle. I think they're so cute. I am liking using those. So, is that good? He's so cute. So cute. Alright, well, I'll let you go. I guess I'll go finish working on those holly orders and stuff. Cute, cute, cute. So I hope you like that. And I thought it was fun to just do a little bit on his side. So that'll be fun to finish up and get spattered, and I'll I'll do that other side and his back. All right, thank you. I'm glad you like him. Oh, I don't make everything so easy. I'm like the biggest walking disaster. I feel like I mess up as much as I get right. Yeah, Tracy, that would be cute. It would be cute to do a snowflake down the stripe. I keep thinking, red is so funny sometimes when you work with it, but I keep thinking if a red stripe would look pretty, kind of to tie in the red on the front, like a red farmhouse stripe. That would be kind of pretty, I think. So if you didn't get the sheet, if you missed that from last night, you can go back and watch that video. This link is in there, and you can go to my link tree and print it off. And also anything underlined, clickable, and that will help you. I did put more holly in stock. Yes, for the red. You think that would look good, Paisley? I do too. I think it would look really neat to have some red down it. But I also like how subtle it is behind that with the red holly pops too. I love stuff on black. It's just, it has such a, I was going to say classy, but that's not really what I want to say, but it just has a really nice look about it. So, all right, so we have our penguin block, and that's our 2 stencil things so far. And our next one on Thursday night will be a snowman. And then next week is the snowman too. But which one of these do you like better? Do you have a favorite? Like, which is your favorite out of these 2? Do a center stripe red and the outside one's white. That would be pretty too, Diane. Yeah, Sharon said 2 thin stripes red with the middle white. So yeah, you could switch that up. You would have to tape off the one side, to do that. But you could, I mean, I tape off stuff all the time, so you could definitely do that. You like the reindeer best, Tracy? So, yep, Mary, there's a link. Let me see if I can grab the link for the project sheet. You can go to this link, and it will take you to my link tree, and it'll just put that, well, maybe it's not letting me paste it. There it goes. So I just put that in, and that will take you, or did it not? I don't think that took you to that. I think I put in the wrong link. I think I put in the plaid stencil link again. But that stencil sheet, why can't I talk? It will, if you go to my link tree, let me start over. If you go to my link tree, you can copy the project sheet, and it will have everything on it that you need, and anything that's on there is clickable. So that stencil sheet is Merry and Bright. It's right there, and it'll take you right to that stencil. It tells you what size, and I use the white 10mm hazy white material. You can pick blue, which is a little bit thinner, I think, and then you can pick that. Either one's fine, but I usually get the white. So anyway, so I don't know. Same, Susan, same. I thought I liked the penguin best of all, and I still do. Like, I love the penguin, but I really like this reindeer. So it's kind of funny. I don't know. So that I don't know. I'll unpin that one comment, and I'll pin my project sheet again. But hopefully, I think the project sheet will help you a lot. All right. Well, I'll let you go, and thank you for taking time just to hop on real quick, and so we could do that. And I will try to get them finished up and a picture on them, a picture posted of them, and get the bows made and all that. So all of that. Okay. So I will see you later. Have a good rest of your Monday. I better get back to work. Bye.